Sorry we're late.
Well, last minute stuff here. Sorry, guys. It took longer than I expected. I lost track of time when I'm working on stuff. I'm like, oh my God, we got to hurry up.
When I came down, he was scrambling because he, I don't know, you pushed a wrong button or you pushed something that you didn't know what you pushed.
Figure it out. I'm like, what happened?
It all got screwed up. And I'm like, oh no.
So we should be good now.
Good.
Yes, we should be good.
Well, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
My phone says there's 49 people watching, so
oh, my apologies.
Thanks for holding on there.
Gosh, I hate keep making people wait like that. I feel awful. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, hey.
Well, let's jump right in and say hi since there's so many of you waiting.
Yeah.
Chris Gonzalez is here.
Hey, what's up?
He says, thanks, I ordered the entire ToneX set, including capture, because of your videos. I can't wait to get your profiles and try them out.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm playing one of them tonight, and I very much appreciate that. I'm doing the Badlander tonight. It just sounds so good. I'm like, I'll just stick with that for a while, you know.
Barry Gomez is here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Dean Harkness, he says, I've been on a Motley Crue kick today. Nice.
Yeah, I like some of their older stuff, man. Yeah, that Dr. Feelgood album was awesome.
Steve-O is here. Happy Sunday.
What's happening, man? Good to see you.
Paul Bullock, how are you?
Hey, Paul.
And Tyler James.
Tyler James?
Tyler James.
I always get them mixed up. We have a Jason Taylor and a Tyler James, and it always...
Right.
I think I saw Jason Taylor's name in there.
We'll see. I haven't got there yet. Braxel's with us. How are you?
What's up, Braxel?
Let's see. Christopher. He says, whoa, I'm early.
Wow, what the hell?
And here I was rushing my super fancy gourmet buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Nice.
Nice, man.
That sounds good, actually.
Sorry to make you rush for no reason.
We had smoked turkey today.
Yeah, smoked turkey.
A little bit of turkey, a little bit of broccoli slaw.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Chris Nash, what's up?
Hey, what's
Just
happening?
got back from my daughter's first horse show of the season here in the D.C. area. High of 84. Ooh.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, it was muggy here today. Rainy, muggy, and low 70s.
Yeah, it was a little sticky out today. But congrats on your daughter's first horse show.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Jason Taylor says,
there he is.
Hi, guys. It's been a minute since I've been in the live chat. Hope you're doing well.
Same to you, man. Good to see you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Flux. How are you?
Flux, what's happening, dude?
He says, I'm at the studio setting my Armageddon 120 up for MIDI. Anyone get any new gear?
Oh, man. Nice.
Tony Krozik is here.
Hey, Tony, what's happening, man?
Dean says, laugh out loud. I bet there's some swearing going on right now. Temper.
There was definitely...
Oh, you got a cat hair on your eyelash.
Oh. Thank you.
That's going to end up in your eye.
That's what it was. It was a cat hair. I was trying to figure out.
Something stuck in his eye.
I wish that's all it was. It's definitely something stuck.
Let's see. Jim Simmons.
Hey, Jim.
He says, are you guys hiding? You have a live stream to do.
There was something hiding. I had to figure out what was going on, so I'm glad I figured it out. I literally was pulling everything together here and at the last second, so.
Tony's was probably chewing on a brisket from the smoker before the show.
I wish. Oh, I'd just bring it down here and share it with you guys.
Metal, I know, I always forget how to say it, Metal CC. I think they forget I need to work in 5 hours, and he still needs some sleep.
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you sticking it out, man. Appreciate it.
Vince Salutari, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Vince? Haven't seen you in a minute either. Did we see Vince last week?
I think so.
Did we? I know there was a week or two where I'm not, I'm not giving you a hard time. It's just, it's nice to see your name here.
Lucian is with us.
Hey,
Lucian,
what's up, Lucian?
He says he's in the house and sending, as always, the Anki and anti-Karen dust.
Good to see you, man.
Paul Smith has joined us.
What's up, Paul? We got to hang, dude. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a chuck roast, a Wagyu chuck roast, and have you come over. You're gonna dig that, man.
I'm so used to seeing you in your glasses now. When you don't have them on, I'm like, what happened to your face?
I look weird.
Yeah. What happened to your face?
What happened to your face? Yeah. I can put them back on.
Braxel says, I called my local store to the new Fryette Cyclops that allows you to run modelers with your real amp and can work in the KHE amp switcher ecosystem.
Fryette Cyclops. I've never even heard of that. I'll have to look into that. I know they released the Deliverance Mark II, I think, recently. I wouldn't mind trying that because Fryette amps were always hit and miss with me. They always they're really dry. And for me, they're kind of hard to play, but maybe they made some adjustments. I'd like to check them out and see.
Let's see. CS is here. Evening.
What's happening, Chris?
Aaron Lucas.
What?
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 He's alive.
He's alive. What's happening,
you,
man? Good to see you.
Oh, it has been a long time.
Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses tonight. I can't clean them.
Says the dang button. Oh yeah, he always presses the wrong one in the buttons that you accidentally.
Yeah. Oh, it was an absolute you know what show.
Mike Nash, not my Nash. He says, my nipping self just got here. Thank you for being late.
Nice. Well, my pleasure, man. It's all Mike's fault.
Flux says, Jarrod's latest viewers comments video has the best Ultra Karen in it. Jarrod does the Karen voice to read it. It's at the end of the video. Did you do something?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like reading it normal. I'm like, I want to put a Karen voice to this.
What Karen voice did you use?
Oh my God.
The Becky voice.
The Becky voice. But it's really Karen, and she's always talking to Becky. Yeah, I went full Karen there on that one. I'm going to do that from now on. Anytime I get some crappy, comment that I think is kind of funny, I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to Karen this up.
Karen it up.
Yep.
Tyler James, Jarrod, did you see the MLC Vogue signature amp that Fluff got?
Yes.
It looked and sounded awesome, like a mix between a diesel and a recto.
Yeah, I'd love to check one of those out. A recto.
Seriously, guys.
Rectifier.
I know. But...
Recto, everybody calls them rectos. Not the other rect.
Let's see. Braxel says, the Fryette power station coupled with the KHE, and now the Fryette Cyclops is going to make it so I can switch amps and modelers with a one click on my Stream Deck in so many combinations.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm going to have to look. Can you screenshot that, please? I just want to see what that is. I've never even heard of that thing. It's a
I'm going to lose that screenshot because you didn't spend the money. Somebody's going to have to give it to you.
I just want to see what it is. I hope NAMM, I'm talking to one of the guys for the NAMM modeler. I want to see if I can get them to send me one because I really want to jump on that train and start making captures for that and just review it and get to know it. It looks like it's going to be an awesome product. So, and I've heard that they are the most accurate one out there. I don't know. You could do a null test and find out, but I wouldn't mind doing that as well, just to see, I'm always curious. I like testing things and checking stuff out and reviewing stuff, so we shall see.
Mike Nash says, ToneX 1 made the wish list. I'd love one in the core of my mini rigs. I want them to make a white one.
A white one.
A white one. Flux says, Jarrod, can we dissect that Ultra Karen's comment from the end of the viewers' comments video?
Can we dissect it? I'm trying to remember what it was now. Yeah, I really don't even remember. I think it was a guy that was giving me a hard time saying that YouTubers are all liars and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh. So I started reading it, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna put a voice and an attitude to this because that's what the guy sounded like, and I try to keep it lighthearted too, because you never know. I had somebody a couple weeks ago make a comment, and because it was typed up, how you could take it the wrong way, and I did, and then I responded, not horribly, but I pushed back a little bit, and the guy was like, dude, all I was saying was this, and in my head I'm like, well then just say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, and I think I changed it or whatever, but I hope I didn't piss the guy off. But I literally, like, if you read it at face value, it looks like he was like coming at me a little bit, and I was like, oh. So it all depends, that's why I hate doing did you ever see that Key and Peele skit where they were like going back and forth via text. You want to hang? And the other guy's like, yeah, I guess. He's like, yeah, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
really? And he's just like, oh, you guess, huh? And he's like,
Yes.
yeah, sounds cool. And he's like, oh, and it just turned into this huge thing, and both of them were like totally misunderstanding each other, and it's just funny how the written word can be misconstrued so much. Yeah, that was actually a funny skit.
My brother just called me. I'm sorry. He
Oh.
never calls me, so I'm like,
What do you want?
all right. Getting back to the show. Back to the program.
Back to the program.
Let's see. Did I already say Jim Simmons, Jarrod, if I get the ToneX one is 4-cable method? Did I say that?
No.
Better than putting it in the send return loop of my Nux MG30.
I've never tried a Nux MG30, so I'm not really sure, but you can try it. But the 4-cable method, I kind of use it as a loose term. I mean, I have the ToneX 1 hooked up, quote-unquote 4-cable method right now, but there's actually, I just have the send and return hooked up to it. And then my input is on the input of the HX effects. And then the outs are coming from the HX effects as well. So that's pretty much all it is.
Mike Nash says, sorry so chatty. Today I got to test a 5150 Lunchbox Stealth. It's really comparable to the 6505 MH. It's just a good EL84 amp. I'm not learning the limitations of that tube. I'm now learning the limitations of that tube.
That's a nasty
Yeah.
little
Go ahead and
amp.
be chatty, by the way. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's a nasty
Unless
little
you've
amp.
got 14,000 numbers and letters that I'm going to have to read.
Then
Words, yes.
R2D2 stuff, like, nah. It's not stump carry night. We'll do that next week. But yeah, EL84s are nice because, you know, you can put them in the smaller wattage amps, but they do have their limitations. You can hear them starting to kind of break up.
Manny Meja.
Hey, what's up, man?
Howdy, y'all, and cheers. He's drinking a Corona Premier.
Ooh,
Nice.
that sounds good.
I was thinking of having a Corona the other day.
Really?
Yes. It's unclear if they're gluten-free or not. I've been gluten-free. I had to be gluten-free for, 13 years now, and it keeps going back and forth. Yes, because they're made from corn, they're gluten-free. No, they're not. They don't say they're gluten-free, but they are. I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
But I do like the taste of them.
Yeah. Coronas with a lime, always good.
Always good.
Always good.
Thunderfoot power.
What's up, man?
Thunderfoot.
Super suffering succotash Thunderfoot.
It reminds me, what was that cat? The robots, and they were all cats, and then they made one big robot.
Oh, Thundercat.
Oh, that's
Thundercats,
why.
yeah.
Thundercats. Oh. I used to watch that all the time. Power of foot.
The power of foot.
Power of fist. What was it? What did they say?
I don't know, man. Sounds kind of corny. Power of foot.
I've been in a corny mood today.
Somebody literally said power of foot.
No.
I was gonna
Power
say.
of, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm mixing that up with He-Man.
Yeah, by the power of Grayskull.
Yeah,
That was a good show, though.
it was. Oh, let's see. Steve Shaheen.
Shaheen, what's up, man?
And possibly Jordan.
Yes. What's
Hi,
up, guys? My episode with Steve Shaheen will be up tomorrow, and we had a lot of fun. We shot out the IRX with the IRD, and he was kind enough to come over and bring both of them, and we just came down here. He played one of his mixes, I played one of mine, and we kind of went back and forth and tried to figure out which one we liked best, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Great episode. And then we got Culver's afterwards and had a cigar. So, can't go wrong.
Nice. He said, happy Sunday, finishing up the last of the IRX ToneX captures tonight and should have the IRD done by tomorrow.
Nice. And his link will be in tomorrow's video if you want to pick those up.
Metal CC says, I just got the Badlander captures. They are amazing on my new ToneX one. Sorry to say, but I like the captures sound more on the ToneX than on the Quad Cortex.
Hey, man. You got to get what you got to get, right? And I appreciate you picking up the captures. Thank you very much, man.
Aaron Lucas has a special request. He wants to know if you're still doing Arnold, and if you are, can you do Arnold yells at the guys that have been away too long from the live shows?
Guys, why you disappear for so long? I know why. It's because they have little skinny noodle arms and they're afraid to come around and have you make fun of their little nudie biceps. Oh, yeah, your deflated arms. Get back to the gym and come back with big arms. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. Come back here and look like a man like this here. Come on. Get to the chopper and get to the gym.
Get to the gym.
Put down the little pink weights and dancing around in your little tights. Pick up the big weights. And only then you'll be worthy of coming back here to Tone Wars. Get it done now.
You've had to do it, Arnold, a couple times today.
I did? Did I do Arnold another time?
Because we were in the humidor and you
Oh,
had your
yeah.
Mary Catherine Gallagher moment.
Yeah, we were at the cigar store. I forgot about that. We were at the cigar store, and this humidor is really puny, and it's like this little room, and then they have the center section. They had these little humidor boxes on top of it. And I turned around and knocked like 2 of them over, and it was like
It was
this.
so loud.
Oh, and the guy comes in there. He's like, "You guys all right?" And I was like, what did I say? My shoulders are so huge. I knocked everything over. And
He got a kick out of it.
yeah, that's how you get out of it. Just crack jokes, you know.
Oh, man.
Oops.
Maxwell says the Cyclops works with the Fryette power station. I pre-ordered it yesterday, and it'll be here in 2 weeks.
Cool, man. I'm gonna look that up just to see what it is.
Tony says, Jarrod, you could have given him the Skeeter Evil Eye comment versus Karen.
Skeeter comment.
Skeeter Evil Eye.
Listen here, mister.
Give me the Skeeter Evil Eye. What is it?
I don't know.
Yes, it's that. Do it again.
You
You have to use that. So you do the Boost Karen t-shirts, you had to get the Skeeter Karen t-shirt. I said Skeeter Karen.
Skeeter Karen?
Skeeter
What's a Skeeter Karen? Oh my God, a Skeeter Karen. I don't even know how you would make that happen. Skeeter Karen.
Can't even do it. Anyway. Thunderfoot Power says the problem with ToneX is overload. It's hard to play when there's 25,000 amps.
Oh yeah, I just pick, the thing I've done is I've already been through all the rabbit hole stuff. I pick like a couple of captures that I cycle through and I just stick with those, and you know, I'm so busy working and doing whatever I got to do that I don't even have time to cycle through things anymore. I just turn it on and go, I know this is a good one, I'll just use this and get what I got to get done, you know. Keep it simple.
Flux says, from the Ultra Karen, apparently you manipulated me into my latest purchase of an EVH 5153 Stealth 50. Can you please manipulate me into buying a custom purple black Revv Gen 120 Mark III?
Well, I'll tell you what. Is that the 50 watt Revv, the new one? Because I got one of those coming.
I think it's the 120.
Oh, the 120. Dude, the Revv generator, dude, seriously, like that amp is never leaving my studio ever. I love that amplifier. I think that's the best feel I've ever gotten out of an amplifier. The feel is so great with that thing. I don't know if you guys can relate to this or not, but there's some amps you play through and you feel invincible. Like, I feel like I could do anything on that amplifier. It's so easy to play, and I love that amp so much, you know. Whether I'm playing it direct with its own IRs or I got it hooked up to a cab, doesn't matter. That thing is just thunderous and amazing.
Let's see.
But I do have the 50 watt coming sometime within the next month, I think.
Paul Bullock, Jarrod, any new ToneX captures on the horizon? You can manipulate us into rocking out with them. Boy.
Well, thanks for asking. I'm going to be doing the Ingle and possibly the Dirt next. So I'm going to do both those. I did one Ingle one today just as a tester, and it came out great. So, yeah, I'll probably be doing those next. That and the Dirt. I might put them in the same pack. You know, I'll do an Ingle and Dirt in the same pack. That'd be interesting, right? Because the Dirt's more of a classic rock thing, and the Ingle's more of a modern, so you can, you know, get the best of both worlds, you know.
Let's see. Tony says, Miss JB 50 watt used to be here a lot. Oh, he misses the JB50.
Oh yeah, he emailed me a while back and said he moved and he's just got a lot of stuff going on in his life. Said he's doing well. It's just he's just gonna get back into the flow of things when he can. So yep.
Chris Gonzalez says, is it possible to do a ToneX profile for an EVH 100-watt EL34 with the C137 mod?
It's the C137 mod was only for the 50 watt. The 100 watt sounded great without it. That issue, if you want to call it an issue, that where it had the goopy, loose blue channel was only in the 50 watt version. I had the 100 watt version. It used to sit where the Friedman sits now, and the blue channel on that was amazing with no mod needed at all.
Let's see.
So I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you want to get a modded version of that blue channel, I have those available. It's just the 100 watt channel without the mod because it didn't need it. So, you know, you can get that.
Keith Clayton, I don't remember your name, but welcome.
Yeah, good to see you.
Howdy from DFW, Texas. Kind of new to the live hangs, but love your content. Oh, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Glad you're liking the content. I'll start playing in a few minutes here, but yeah, we just want to... Yeah, in a few minutes.
2 more comments.
Yeah, sure.
To get caught
sure.
up. Braxel says, Jarrod, I emailed you the diagrams that KHE sent me for I can't talk tonight.
I've had those nights.
I'm reading, but it's not coming out of the mouth right. Okay.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one that deals with that.
Jarrod, I emailed you the diagrams that KHE sent me before I bought the unit. It shows how the Fryette power station is integrated. Dave Friedman is sending me an email on how to set up the Cyclops to it.
Oh, nice, man. That's awesome. Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that very much. Yeah,
Man.
So if you guys want to hear some stuff.
Absolutely. Paul Bullock is looking forward to it.
All right, cool, man. Let me see. You didn't hear any of it because you don't have in-ears. All right, let me mute the mic here. Give me a second. Alrighty then, there's 3 for you.
Nice.
There's a lot more where that came from. To quote Napoleon Dynamite.
Tony Carell, he says, hello, just asking about the
Hey.
Schecter SLS Elite, if you still love it. New subscriber to your channel, left a message today on your video of your introduction to the Schecter.
Yes, thank you, and I responded to that, and thank you so much for commenting on the video. Yes, I thought the guitar was amazing, but oddly, you know, your timing couldn't be better, because let me show you. Let me show you something. Yeah, let me show you what I did. So, I loved the guitar. I thought that the fit and finish, the feel, the quality was all like on point with that thing. It was awesome. But the only thing I didn't like was the pickups. After I got to know the guitar a little bit, I was like, well, these Fishmans just for some reason, because I got a lot of amps, and there were some amps that they just did not gel with. And I wanted a guitar that would gel with all my amps, you know. And I know that's a tall order, but what I did was
I just always feel like an idiot sitting here while you're talking. Like,
Is that her imaginary friend talking? So what I did was I ended up getting the Banshee Mach 7. And I actually like this one better because it has the Lundgren pickup, which is a passive pickup, and it's amazing. And it has the Sustainiac pickup, and I'm going to play a mix for you in a minute that shows off that pickup. But man, that pickup is amazing. It's really helped me get creative with my solos and my songs and stuff. And it's just such an awesome pickup. So there we go. Sorry. So yeah, I love this guitar, and it's a neck through. I love the neck. It's just amazing. So I mean, for the money, I honestly think this is even a better guitar for you. And again, I love the first one, but I just was like, man, I just want different pickups. And then I learned about this one from my buddy Chris, CS here. I was talking to him about it, and he was like, try that one. And I just swapped it out, and I was like, yep, there it is. This is exactly what I was looking for. So I would suggest trying this one. I really would. Everybody likes different stuff, but at least consider it, you know. And welcome to the community. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that.
Flex says the ToneX one is impressive. Pretty nice tone from such a small pedal.
Dude, when they've reached out to me, and they were like, yeah, we're going to send this to you, you know, get to know it. And then, like, if you want to make a video about it, go ahead. And I saw pictures of it because they sent me, like, pictures and stuff. And I was like, oh, it's probably going to be the size of maybe a stomp pedal or something a little bigger. And then the box is quite large for what this is. So I opened up the box, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is puny. Like, it's really small. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I got it all hooked up, got the software downloaded and everything, and I put in one of my presets, and I'm like, dude, this thing sounds amazing. So I was like all about it. And there's a lot of people that would really like this thing.
Jason Taylor, when you pause in the middle of the first song and came back in, are you doing it by feel, or do you have a separate click being sent to your ears?
Oh, which one did I do first?
I don't remember.
No, there's no click. It's all done by feel. Yep, I'm so familiar with that pause that I just know.
I've been playing them for years.
Yep, there's no click, and that's yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I'm not your typical guy. I have my own sense of timing, and
yeah, usually it's late.
like tonight. But yeah, I do a lot of things by feel, and when I did my album, I didn't know what time signature these songs were in, and poor TJ, because we had to program the drums for it. He's like, so what time signature is this in? I'm like, I don't know. So he's like, all right, let's set a click, and you play. And like one riff of mine will be 3 different time signatures sometimes. And he's like, dude, like, this is going to suck.
Killing me, man.
Yeah, he's like, you're killing me. I got to freaking, he's like, you're whatever this here, and then this you're here. And it's just like 3 different spots. He's like, even on your turnarounds, it's a weird time signature.
Doing some math gymnastics.
Yeah, it was crazy what we had to do. Remember when we first recorded our other album? The studio engineer, because I wrote all the music, so the studio engineer called me, and he was like bitching at me on the phone. He's like, dude, I have to bring in a drum teacher to freaking map out the grid that I have to snap everything to on every one of your songs. He goes, because I don't know what the time signatures are, and you don't either. And he goes, this is nuts, man. So I'm like, sorry, I really don't know what I'm doing. I just do it, and I have my own clock apparently. So
Definitely has his own clock.
yeah.
Braxel says, oh, I pre-ordered that ToneX one. I just thought it was the neatest thing. I'm wondering how you can set it up with the normal ToneX. Ideas for a pedal board with both units.
Yes. One of the things I mentioned in the original video I did with it was now you have your overdrive pedal for your ToneX, because you can profile overdrive pedals with the ToneX software, and you could put you could put 3 of them in the pedal, and you can toggle between 2 if you're in preset mode, or you can turn 1 on and off if you're in stomp mode. So yeah, that you can easily do that, and now you have at least 2 to choose from that you can switch between if you want. So that's how I would utilize it, or you can utilize it as a 4th channel of an amp. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that, but
Buck Wild is here.
What's
He
happening?
says, good evening. Buck here. Absolutely amazing tracks you have. You have to do a tone talk on your mixing and how you get those amazing drums.
Oh.
Yay, punches and screams. Rock on. Well, you kind of just got one.
A little bit, yeah. Thank you. So basically, myself and TJ, we just programmed the drums with his software. He brings his computer over, and we just sit down and do it. And I think we use Superior Drummer, if that helps you. So we just use Superior Drummer, and we just kind of collaborate on what I usually, when I write my songs, I don't know what the time signatures are, but I can hear where the accents are and how I want the drum beat to be. So we'll just sit down and kind of come up with something. And him and I think quite a bit alike anyway, so we just kind of, yeah, that's what I was thinking, you know, kind of thing. We just put them in there, and they just sound amazing. So yeah, maybe I actually thought about doing a documentary about my album, but we got so in the weeds with getting it done. It was like, yeah, let's just get it done.
Jason Taylor says, sounds amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Massively huge tone from Paul Bullock.
Thank you. Oh, it sounds awesome.
Brian B says, Jarrod is in rare form tonight.
You jinxed it.
0311 Campbell, all of those letters. The C137 mod is only applicable on the 50-watt version, to my understanding, as the 100 had more headroom. They left that capacitor space out.
Exactly. You are 100% right. There was no need for that mod on the 100-watt, because the 100-watt blue channel was perfect.
Jason Taylor, was that a Fire Marshal Bill impression?
Yep, it was.
Bill.
Let me show you something. I used to love In Living Color. I watched it every episode. I watched it, and Jim Carrey was I think he was the best on that show. I think he was the best guy. He was hysterical. And then of
I
course,
was still living in the rocks.
What?
I was still living under the rock.
Oh yeah, yeah, and of course Damon Wayans was hilarious with some of his stuff too. Antoine.
Jim Simmons. Jarrod, are you running the ToneX 1 into your audio interface and through studio monitors, or into a return of amp?
Running it into studio monitors, so it's straight in. It's plugged into my mixer, which is going into the interface. Yep. And the effects are provided to you tonight by the HX Effects.
Let's see. Tony Carell. That's so weird, because I was debating whether to get the Banshee 7 or the SLS Elite.
Get the Banshee. I'm telling you, like it's amazing. Like neck through design. I still got my sticker on it. And I'll show you in a minute what this thing could do with the Sustainiac pickup. You'll hear it. And it's just an amazing feature. And some of my solos, like I'll kind of get a dry spell where I'm like, man, the solo needs something, and I see the Mach 7 sitting there. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab that, and all of a sudden there it is. There's the magic I was missing, and this thing adds it. So I think it's just such a great guitar.
Let's see. Braxel, early Marshall 4x12 cab, that is. Braxel, again, 70s. Darn my typing. Alonso, how are you? I like that name. Alonso.
That's a soap opera name.
It kind of is, right? He says, hey, dude, quick question. What's the difference between the regular Mesa Cab 4x12 and the Mesa Road King?
Boy, that's a good question. I'm really not sure. I don't want to mislead you and give you the wrong answer. So if anybody here knows, feel free to chime in. I really don't know. I've never shot them out. I had two kinds of Mesa cabs, 4x12s back in the day. I had the straight one and then the slant one, and I don't remember which one I preferred. It was a while ago, but I thought they were both really good. Maybe it's a voicing thing. I don't know. I really wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sorry.
Let's see. The 0311 says Hertz drums is amazing. Like it better than Superior.
Oh, really? Okay.
HERTZ. Hertz
Yep,
drums.
I'll have to look into those next time.
Azmul says, are the Synergy modules close to the real amps in your opinion?
I think they're great. Direct in and portability and stuff like that, but in the room, there's a pretty big difference. I had the Synergy stuff for a while, loved it, loved the functionality, the portability, and the fact that you can get stuff pretty inexpensive compared to getting the real amps. But for instance, they have a Savage module, I have the actual Savage, and there's way more tone shaping options on that amplifier than there are on the Savage module. And while it's the spirit of that amplifier, it's not. It's like the Diet Coke version of Coke. You know what I mean? It's like it's Diet Coke. Yeah, I mean it's. She hates Diet Pop, but it's good.
Anybody wants to drink it.
They're good. I mean, you can record with them, and they're very portable and they're nice, but they don't really, you know, they don't really represent the full amplifier the way that the full amplifier is. You know, if that makes sense.
0311 says the Road King is half open and has shadows on one side and a V30 on the open side.
Ah, thanks for chiming in.
Klaus says the Road King is half open back. Braxel for me, Strat Cabs straight.
Straight.
Yeah, sound better for recording rather than slants.
They're tighter. Yeah, so there's your answer. So thanks, guys, for that. I had no idea. That's good to know. Black shadows, huh? Interesting. I don't think I've ever played a cab with black shadows knowingly anyways. I should probably check that out someday.
Feel free to play something.
Oh, all right.
I need to.
I shall. All right, one
take
second.
a little trip.
All right, 1 second, guys. So all that squealing you heard, those high-pitched, awesome Sustainiac squeals, that's from the Sustainiac pickup. And man, it just makes a world of difference in your solos if you're looking for something a little more exciting. That was a little sloppy. I almost want to play that again because that was a sloppy mess in a couple spots. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's have a shredemption, as Stevie T would call it. Hopefully this one's better. Yeah, that was a little better. But yeah, those Sustainiacs they'll just go forever. And I didn't know, like, watching Steve Vai. Oh, you can hear it in the background. I didn't know, like, watching Steve Vai back in the day, like, how did he get his guitars to do that stuff, you know? And like Evo, his guitar Evo, it's got the Sustainiac in it. And I was always wondering, like, how does he make it do that? Well, that's what it is. It's a Sustainiac, and it really does make a huge difference. And it just spices things up, you know? I mean, that solo without the Sustainiac wouldn't be the same. It would be kind of a vanilla version of itself, you know? So I just think that using that pickup really makes a huge difference, and at least you have the option with this guitar to use it if you want to. And you get a couple of different options with it as well. You can have it sustain. I'll show you real quick here. You won't be able to hear this because I'm just going through the inners. But basically, you can have it sustain like the regular note, like this. Which is great, or you can actually change to like, I think it's a fifth, so let's try that. And you can switch to an octave. So you have those options with it. So I like the octave because it's a little more extreme, and I'm an extremist, so I like that. So yeah, I mean, you have those options. You can color everything the way you want, so it's actually really cool. It's really freaking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ringing,
like, do you hear that?
Yeah, it's still ringing out there. Yep. But yeah, it's cool, man. I love it.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where we left off. Were you at D-Fox? I don't know. Tony says I'm sold, and sold Banshee 7 it is.
Yeah, just get that, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna freaking love it. And I want to hear from you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you on how much you like it. It's such a great guitar. To plug in there.
I feel like it might be missing something because they're all talking about tink. Was that a tink noise in your guitar? Tink, tink, tink.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, when I was starting, it was a little bit of a high-pitched squeal.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty loud down here with the monitors, so that's probably what the deal was.
Tony Krosick says my 1980s Mesa 4x12 slant has half open back with black shadows and EV12s. Very awesome cab.
Oh, nice. I've heard good things about the black shadows. I've just never played through them.
Paul Bullock, Jarrod, I know you love your Mesa 2x12, but have you demoed an Engel 2x12 to pair with your Engel heads? Something special for sure when pairing this brand in particular.
No, I haven't, and I talked to Jurgen about that, and I'm hoping that they can send me one sometime that I can check out, because I've heard nothing but good things about the Engel cabs.
Did you have your count in, tink, 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 the cowbell? Was that on the track maybe they heard?
Maybe.
Yeah. CS2. Tink, tink, tink.
Oh,
maybe that's what it was.
Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Jim Simmons, Jarrod, what overdrive pedals are you using in front of the ToneX one?
So I'm using the HX effects for all my effects and with the overdrive pedal and stuff. So I'm using the Horizon drive in there with it, and it works perfectly. Yep, I think it's
awesome.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Snakebite is here.
Hey, what's up, man?
We might be frozen.
Nope, it's green.
Oh, my
yeah,
phone
I'm seeing
wasn't.
It'd be green and stuff.
How do you... It did the thing again. Darn it.
Pull down on it.
It doesn't work. Yeah, now I got it so I can't even see the comments anymore.
Oh,
there we go. Okay, I fixed it.
Yep.
I got it.
She can do stuff.
Carmine. Oh, the other name that I like.
Carmine. Yep. She loves that name.
And Alonzo. Yeah.
Yep.
Carmine. Oh, that guitar has badass tone.
Thank you. Yeah. I love that guitar, man. It's freaking awesome.
Alonzo says, the first time I saw Sustainiac, it was Phil Collins, and man, it's so sick, the dive bombs and vibratos you can do with that thing.
Oh, it's insane. There's so much you can do with them, man. I mean, I love that guitar. Anytime, like I said, I want to spice things up, I grab it, and I'm like, oh, man. And I designate certain songs for that guitar now because I love what it does. And I can't play, that was Hoverboard Blues, that was that one. And I can't play it with any other guitar because it doesn't sound right to me anymore.
Praxel says, I think if Jarrod put a wrap behind his nut, it may solve it from making that tink noise. Apparently there was a tink noise.
Oh, interesting.
0311 says there's a different sauce with the original EV. I've got hiccups. That's going to be interesting.
We're having all kinds of fun tonight, aren't we?
That's a different sauce with the original EV versus C90. Lots of little iterations over the years that made C90 could be the ice picky with 5150 style amp. Oh, that's no fun.
The hiccups. Here they are. How did you get hiccups?
I don't
Who did you catch them from?
Well, let's see. Joe Senapol, is that the guitar I brought up a month ago, Jarrod? They're all saying tink, tink, tink. The tink's still there.
It's still there?
Tinkety tink. Yeah.
I don't hear it. I'm hearing exactly what you guys are hearing.
The making a tinky tink tink noise that trails when you roll your volume closed.
Oh, it might have been because there was delay on it. Yeah, I gotta clean the pot on the volume knob. That's what it is, because when I roll it down, you can hear it a little bit, and there was delay on it, so it went tink tink tink. That's probably what you heard. I noticed it too when I turned it up. I'm like, uh-oh, I gotta clean that pot again. Yeah, that's all it was.
Klaus says the C90s have the large dust cap, helps smooth out the high gain and the high end distortion.
Gotcha. The C90.
Let's see. Nope, not for you. Braxel, Jarrod, maybe like CS said, you may be getting the tink noise from the sustainer somehow.
Well, if I leave it on, you'll hear it going in the background.
Jim Simmons says, Jarrod, I guess you could have a ToneX 1 in the effects loop of the HX Stomp.
Yeah, I have it in the HX Effects tonight, but you can also use it in the HX Stomp. So that I did a video about that the other day where you can pair them together and you can use your high gain tone from the ToneX, and if you need a clean, HX Stomp has a clean in there that you can put in. So you can use that too. So best of both worlds, you know.
Best of both worlds.
Yep, that's how we do it.
Ooh, Jerry Thomas, he says, hello from France.
Hey, what's up, man?
Quick question. Have you tried the HK Mark 1 versus your Mark 3, and what would you choose? Triumph, Fireball, or JSX? Fat tone, dynamic note separation. The three are dirt cheap here.
Fireball. Easy choice between those three. Easy choice. Get the Fireball. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Hughes and Kettner. It had a little bit of a sterile sound to it, and it was just not for me. It doesn't mean that it's not a good amp. It just didn't work for me. But out of those three amps, I would easily choose the Fireball. Yep, I think you would love it. You know, especially if you're looking for more. It's just a great sounding amp. You know, and if you haven't checked out the you know, the KT77 version of the 25 watt, that thing's got a ton of headroom and it sounds awesome. Great freaking amplifier. I think that's one of the best amps in its class. I really do. That thing sounds awesome. In fact, every time I have friends over, they want to play it, and every time they plug into it, they're like, holy crap, dude, that thing's freaking amazing. You know, so I would suggest looking at one of those too.
Klaus says, I worked at Boogie when I was in high school in the early 80s.
Wow, that's a dream job, man. I bet you learned all kinds of cool stuff, man. Is Doug cool? Is he as cool as he seems? In all his videos, all the videos I've seen him in, he just seems like a laid-back California guy.
Some cool artists.
Oh, yeah.
Snakebite, I'm old, still use just the basic pedals, but having a blast.
Hey, man, that's really what it's all about. If you're enjoying yourself, then you pick the right stuff, you know, and that's really what it comes down to, man. Just enjoy yourself, you know. I mean, you know, the thing I play the most in this house is my Spark. I play that thing more than I play everything down here, and it's not because I prefer it and I think it sounds better or whatever. I enjoy playing it. I bring my iPad upstairs, I set it on the ottoman next to me, and I run my tracks through it and just play, write, rehearse. I got a metronome I could practice to, you know. I mean, it's just such a great tool, and it sounds great. So, and when I get my gazebo, that's where you, if you can't find me, that's probably where I'll be. I'll be on the gazebo, smoking cigars and playing through my Spark.
Joe Sunnable wants to know if you got rid of the 5150 Iconic.
Iconic. Actually, it's right over there. So I got the Engel, and I got the Red 7, the Dirt amp. And I was like, you know what? I got to put these up on the shelf. I want to play through them, and I think I would play them more at this point. So I still have the Iconic here. I've had some people reach out to me, and they're like, dude, I'll buy that right now if you want to sell it. And I'm considering it, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. But for now, this is how I have things set up, because I just got them. They're new toys, and I love them, so I'll be playing those more for the time being.
Braxel says, I do not see many people using Hughes and Kettner. Are they still around? I never tried one, but what I heard I did not like.
I think they had some hit and misses. You know, some of their amps were a lot better than others. You know, it's funny. Like I've heard people play through certain amps that I'm like, oh man, that sounds amazing. But the same thing with the Triumph. I heard a guy play through that, and I was like, maybe this would be up my alley. But then I got it, and I'm like, nope. It doesn't suck. It just doesn't work for me. You know, they're a bit of their own thing. You know, and either they work for you or they don't.
Let's see. Where did I leave off? Klaus says, ha, I prefer playing the Mitsubarba M0 OD, but I will never sell the old Mark II and 3.
Oh, yeah. The Mezubarbas are awesome, man. I haven't played that in a while.
Alonzo wants to know, did you still have your MT-15? Would that amp keep up with the drummer, and would it be good for gigs?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yes.
And I've never tested it with the drummer, but I've heard other people say that it will keep up with the drummer no problem. It probably depends, too. Like, some drummers are super loud, you know?
Hard players.
Yeah. So if they hit hard, they might be too loud for it. But I think for the standard drummer, it'd probably be fine, you know, because a lot of people say the MT-15 thinks it's a 50 watt. You know, it's a good amp, though. It's a really good amp.
Let's see. 0311 Godsmack was using them live recently. Paul Bullock loves some Hetfield.
Hetfield.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Klaus, has anyone played the new Henry Metatron amp?
I haven't played that. I want to try one of those. There's a lot of amps I want to try. By the way, the Lichlerm, I don't know how to pronounce it. That should be here on Tuesday on my birthday. So what a birthday present.
Oh, that's right, guys. Yeah. His birthday is this week.
Yeah, so I'll be 28 on
again
for the third time. That'll be here on Tuesday. So I'm going to do a first impressions. And then I'll probably do like, after I spent some time with it video, or maybe I'll do them in the same video. And then I'm going to shoot it out against a couple amps on my shelves too. So.
Braxel, are you going to dump that Paul Smith MT-15?
The MT-15, am I going to dump it?
Yep.
I don't think so. I mean, I'll keep it around a little longer. It's weird, you know, with the amount of amps that I have.
Is that your only 15 watt?
Well, the Friedman's a 20. I think it is.
Keep it for
variety's sake. I like to keep it for variety's sake and to shoot it out against stuff. Huh?
And I like it.
And she likes it. Yeah, she likes that amp. It's a good one. Maybe I'll play it sometime soon for you guys. It's a good amp, man. It really is.
Snakebite, the sustain is insane on the ESP.
Oh, yeah. I've heard good things about those. Yeah.
Public wants to know what pickups there. I'm not sure. Maybe he's a little behind. What pickups? I mean, in that guitar.
In this guitar, these are the Sonic Ecstasy pickups, and these are my favorites. In the Schecter, it's the Lundgren in the bridge, and then the Sustainiac in the neck.
Mm-hmm. Flux is looking forward to the Lichlerm, whatever, Prometheus.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. In fact, I talked to Kyle Bull about it about a couple weeks ago. And I was like, what do you think? He goes, dude, I think that amp's right up your alley. He said, I think you're going to love it. So I can't wait. I can't wait to check it out.
0311, Wizard amps look cool if you want to refinance your house, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, refinance your house and donate a kidney. And you can have a Wizard amp.
CS says it's, according to the rep, it's licked lerm.
Licked lerm.
Licked lerm.
Licked lerm. Yeah, it's funny, like when I was talking about it in my video yesterday before I shot that segment, or today, I shot it yesterday, but I had to go on YouTube and go, how does Daniel pronounce this again? My gosh, man.
Tony Krosick wants to know if it's 56 or 55.
50. Oh, it's 55. Right? Yeah. I'll be 55 in 2 days. 55.
Jim Simmons says he thinks you could pass for 38.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's why the camera's way over there. You put it up close and you're like, whoa. Sure you're not 80?
Daniel Gooner, he says, hello guys, I purchased a Dirty Tree boost yesterday. Jarrod, what's your opinion on it? The odd box is next. You inspired me to start my boost pedal collection.
Oh, good, man.
Oh, that's not a thumbs up. That's a different finger up to the boost Karens. My eyes from this looks like you're...
That's right. Screw the boost Karens.
Finger.
That's awesome. That's the wrong digit. No, thanks, man. I'm glad that inspired you to do that. It's good to have a collection. I think the Dirty Tree, what's nice about it is you have two sides. You have the side that does a lot of cutting, the Dirty Tree side, the DT side, and that's great for those really flubby, goopy amps like dual Rex and triple Rex and stuff like that. And then you have the other side for some of the more modern stuff. So you kind of have the best of both worlds. I think that's good. And yeah, definitely get an odd box. Odd box is great with tight modern amps like the EVH Stealth. It's perfect for that amp. I love it with that amp because it doesn't add a lot of aggression and like sizzle to the amp. It kind of keeps it even keeled, but it slams the front end and keeps it really full and fat sounding. But it just gives you that great response while maintaining an awesome tone. So I love it with anything modern.
Braxel, I agree with you. He says, I turned 57 a couple of weeks ago. I'd really like to have everything I have now and go back to the age of 30 and just hold.
Dude, I would love to know everything I know now and go back to the age of 30. That would be great too. Yeah. But then again, I probably wouldn't have done some of the crazy stuff that I did that taught me stuff, so I don't know.
No, but if you get to keep the knowledge.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter.
No, you're right.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Some cake later.
Some cake later. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Fox says, Jarrod, you should do a 4-amp shootout. Fireball 25, MT15, JEL 20, Soldano Astro. Happy pre-birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, I might be able to do that. I think I did. Didn't I do something recently with those amps? I think I did.
Well, no, I'll screenshot it. Just
I think it was called the Best Boutique Amp or something. I don't think the MT15 was part of that, though, but I could be wrong.
Tony Carell says, happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate
Tony
that.
Krosick, Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest uses Wizard amps now. Used to be an Ingle fan for years, though.
Oh, yeah. Wizards, I've heard nothing but good things about them. I don't know. Is it all hype because there's so much money, or are they really for real awesome? I'd like to try one. I want to try the MTL Mark II, I think. And then they also have a new one. I forget the name of the new one, but I want to try that one, too. But you can't just try a $5,000 amp. You know, it's not like people are, oh, yeah, here, I'll just send you that, you know. But you got to run into one. They're unicorns, man. You don't ever see those things in the wild.
Snakebite says, I did purchase the Harley Benton Vertical with the vintage 30s. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good cab. It really is, man. Really good cab for the money.
All right, we've reached the end. 0311 wants to go back to 18. We've only got a minute left.
Well, let me play a couple mixes. We were late, so I'll play a couple for you guys. All right, so this is the ToneX one with my Badlander Mr. Scary Mod preset in it, which I've been playing all night, and I'm going to do a couple more mixes for you guys. Because I kind of owe it to you since I kept you waiting. Not her. She was sitting here and all ready, and I'm going crazy trying to get ready. All right, 1 second. I can hear the tink, tink, tink now. I hear it. It's I don't have the noise gate set strong enough. Yeah, so those last minute changes I made, yeah, I forgot to set the noise gate stronger. So that's what it is. I can hear it now. I'm like, there it is. Tink, tink, tink. All right, I get it now. Yep. Oh, wow. Well, we have some smoked turkey waiting for us, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I am
starving more.
Starving. Yeah. So, well, guys, again, my apologies for being late tonight. Sometimes that happens, and I'm not trying to minimize it, but my friends that come over and see me set up for live streams, they're always like, holy crap, dude, how do you hold it all together? Spinning 100 plates, but that's the way it is. Anyways, well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate that. And thanks to everyone who's been purchasing the preset packs, man. I'm not kidding. It really means the world to me. It keeps the lights on here, literally, and it helps me out big time. So I really appreciate that. And, well, like I always say, life is... No?
Every day's a gift.
Every day's a gift. You can tell I'm hungry.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Life is
Thanks
like a
for
box
sharing
of
your
chocolates.
with us tonight.
Let me do that again. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. What is it again? Oh, like I always say, every day's a gift.
Thank you for spending part of your gift with us. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a great week.
All right, God bless you guys. Love you all. See you all very soon. And remember, tomorrow the episode will be up with me and Steve. That's going to be awesome. I hope you guys enjoy that. See you guys later. Have a good night.